Didn't realize I was live. Well, here we go. Here's the reading for Friday at the end of the week and almost the end of the month, actually. And of course, it's from Reverend Michelle Medrano. And she's called this one Embrace the Wisdom of the Self. Embrace the Wisdom of the Self. How about that? So let's see what she means. First quote is from Oprah Winfrey. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Turn your wounds into wisdom. And Ernest Holmes has got something kind of similar to that. He says, spiritual wisdom starts from the day that we know that from now on, every discovery is either a discovery of the self or related to the self in the cosmic mind. The self must raise the self by the self, which is just another way of saying that nobody can do this for us. Nobody can bring us greater wisdom. Nobody can do our learning for us. We can have teachers, we can have mentors, we can have gurus, but at the end of the day, any learning, any advancement has got to come from within. It's got to come from within ourselves. And it comes a lot faster when we realize that we are expressions of one infinite mind and that we can use that mind. So that's my interpretation of that. Kind of raise yourself up by your own bootstraps in a way, although I don't really like that expression because it gives me an idea of somebody kind of suspended in the air trying to pull themselves up. But the idea is actually the only thing, if you can think about it, that nobody else can do your inner work for you. It's impossible. You can have all the guidance you want, you can read all the wisdom you want, you can have all the gurus you want, but at the end of the day, it's you that's got to do the work to actually start to raise yourself up. It's just the way life is, okay? And I'm sure you realize that. And this is Reverend Michelle, and she says, I have observed that as humans grow older, there comes a time when we must become willing to claim that we are wise. This perception may come from the number of years that we've lived or from the profound experiences that we have had. Whatever the case, it is a joy to behold and to be a receiver of such wisdom. And she goes on to say, she says, yet, what if no matter the number of years we've lived, we could claim our wisdom now? Through the things we've learned, the wounds we've experienced, and the things we overcame, we grow wiser and wiser. He says, I can see that some of my deepest wounds have grown into a heart full of compassion for others. My willingness to judge others has diminished as I witness that we're all doing our best to live our lives each day. I can see that everyone has experienced heartache, betrayal, and disappointment, all wounds. The wisdom that emerged from the wounds is something we can embody about ourselves and about our life experiences and be proud of rather than be ashamed of those things. Every experience and every relationship can be a path into my wise heart if I allow it. Spend time today in grateful acknowledgement of the pathways of wounding that created greater wisdom and allowed the deepest truth of who you are to rise up. Really deep stuff. It sounds simple, but this stuff is not easy. What it means is that, well, I'm sure you realize what it means. What it means to me is that all the life experiences I've had, and especially the ones that I didn't like, didn't turn out very well, I screwed up, somebody else screwed up and it hurt me, that all of these different experiences in life can help me to learn and to grow as a human being. That's what it means to me. So what does it mean to you? You look back. There's lots of stuff in my life I wish had never happened. Some of it was my fault. A lot of it wasn't my fault. And I can tell you this though, when you actually turn it over to a power higher than yourself, then really wonderful things can happen. And I'll give you one experience in my own life. It's quite a few years ago. I was working in the oil industry, and a promotion opportunity came up in our division. And I knew that I was the best person to get that promotion. I had the most experience, and I just had the all round expertise to do this job better than anybody else. But I didn't get the job. And I was really, really disappointed. And I was really fuming at my boss. But all of a sudden, it dawned on me, look, David, there's nothing you can do about this right now. It's a fait accompli. The promotion's been given. You've not been given the promotion. Let go and let God. And that's the literal expression. I said to myself, okay, I'm going to let go and let God. A couple of months went by. My boss called me into his office and he said, well, he says, we are creating a new department within our division, and I want you to lead that department. And he said, it's actually like a 2-grade promotion. He said, I know you wanted the other job, and I know you were the best person for that job. But had I given you that job, you would have had to wait another year to get another promotion, because I can only give one promotion per year to anybody in my group. But I can give you a 2-grade promotion or a 1-grade promotion. So I decided to wait and give you this new opportunity, which was a bigger promotion than the other one. So, and I am convinced that because I said, I choose to let go and let God, that's what happened. That I didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, but divine wisdom knew what was going on behind the scenes, and it produced this great result for me. So I learned from that experience that oftentimes when things seem to go wrong and you have an opportunity just to let it go, it seems to open up a space for better things to happen. So anyway, that's an example out of my own life. I've used it before. I don't know when, but I know I've used it before. So some of you may have heard it before. If so, I apologize, but there you are. So there is an example out of my own life. And I think it means I was growing wiser, because previous to that, until I had grown a bit wiser, I would have been fuming, probably gone ranting into my boss's office and so on. I might have upset the whole thing and undone everything. But I had grown wiser, and I looked on the opportunity as the ability to let go and let God. So there we are. I embrace the wounds that created a pathway into my heart. I embrace the wounds that created a pathway into my heart. Or pick your own affirmation. Sometimes it's really good to pick your own affirmation. It's Saturday tomorrow. It's going to be a long weekend. If you got plans, if you're traveling, I'm just knowing for everybody here that their travels are safe, that their weekend is filled with wonder and joy. And I'm just knowing for each and every person here that we learn by our mistakes, and that we're easily able to accept that there is something for us when we let go and let God. And I now let go of my prayer into divine mind, calling it down with gratitude and saying, so it is. So until tomorrow, or if you're watching Reverend Lisa, till 9:15 tomorrow, till 5 p.m. tomorrow for me. Namaste.